Hello YouTube, it's Kay McCoy and it has been several months since I made a video for this channel. I'm so sorry, but I've been a little busy. So busy in fact that I moved. I actually moved from South Korea to Poland, and I have been sharing that journey so far with Soprano Musings Abroad. So if you're not following me there, you can check in and see what I've been up to. But needless to say, I have still been writing. I've been doing a lot of that actually, more than I did this time of year in South Korea. So yeah, about that. Right now I am co-working. Well, not co-working per se, but I'm in a co-working space, and this is where you will probably see me do the most of my writing for Nanowrimo, which brings me to today's video, my Nanowrimo goals, because I officially announced what my project, or I should say projects, will be for this Nanowrimo on the website last night, and we are inching very close to November 1st. So I wanted to share that on the channel before the month begins. And if anyone is interested, please let me know in the comments below if you would like to see weekly updates on that. But for right now, I have 5 goals for Nanowrimo, because writing a novel is hard. It's really challenging. And I know 50K, that may seem like child's play to some of you, but for me, that's not really what I like to write. I'm more of a novelette type of writer, and I love that. I completely embrace that about myself. So yeah, I'm really excited this year. Last year I made a really sad attempt of completing Nanowrimo, and I just got caught up on the word count. So this year I'm not I'm not going to spend as much time fixated on the actual word count. This year I want to focus on the storytelling, because that is why I write. To a fault, I write for me, and writing for me has been my therapy. It has been my joy over the last few years, and I'm really happy that I got back into the fold when it comes to writing, because when everything else fails, writing and music has always been there for me. So yeah, I have 5 projects. You see that right? Five projects that I am working on for Nanowrimo. The first 2 are social justice pieces that I have started, and they may become part of a project that I will be working on in the spring of next year. I'm really excited about that. Those 2, they're shaping up nicely. I haven't written them yet because I'm trying to, that's the one thing about Nanowrimo, I'm trying to decide if I'm a planner or a pantser, if I'm both. I'm leaning towards both because although I haven't written anything for these 2 particular stories, I have gone ahead and made like a short quick blurb for both of them, and it has me excited to write. I am chomping at the bits. Right now it is October 28th, and I promised myself that I would not start writing for them until November 1st. And so I'm trying to stay true to that, because I have another project, that's 3. I have another project that I started, and I'm hoping to have this one completed so that it can be edited in December and I can go ahead and self-publish it in January. Because the time frame of the event, the awareness month that this piece is supposed to be for, I have to finish it. So it's actually kind of a little bit more of a top priority than the first 2. But the first 2 that I mentioned are my social justice pieces, and those are the ones that I will focus on for Nanowrimo, because I've given myself a goal of 5K word count for each one, max 10K. So we'll see what happens. And then I have 2 other projects, so that brings me to 5. And these 2 other projects are super important as well, because one of them is the first attempt that I ever made at a full novel, okay? So I already have chapters in place for this. I already have characters. So this month, I have gone back and I reread the story. I made notes where plot holes were, where characters were a little undeveloped, and where the story just needed some help. So once I've completed the first three, I'm going to start on the fourth one and really like dig in and finish this novel, because it was the first one that I ever tried to write and it's been nagging at me. So I really want to finish that. And then the fifth one is it's also a novel that I started, and there are a couple of Easter eggs within magic that tie into this story. So I really feel that I need to finish this one. Again, it's pretty much done. There's just 2 or 3 major plot holes that I need to finish to make sure that the story flows. And I think the main reason why I didn't finish these 2 stories in the past few years is because I didn't have money for an editor. I didn't have money to really like take care of these stories, so to speak. So that's something that I'm definitely going to do in November. And then in December, hopefully I will be able to get them to an editor. That is my goal. So I basically have been working like a mad woman to make sure that I can afford an editor, because I have actually the 2 stories that I'm working on for social justice. I already have an editor in place, because again, that's part of a project. So once I take care of those stories and the buy-in for that project, there is an editor provided. But for my other 3 stories, there is no editor provided. So yeah, I have to, now that I know exactly what type of editor I need and what type of editing I want, I am going to go ahead and reach out to the few editors that I have in mind to see if it will fit in their schedule, and hopefully my stories can be edited in December. And then in December, I may take a break, or I may just return to writing smut. I don't necessarily know just yet, but yes, those are my plans for Nanowrimo. So in short, Nanowrimo, 50K words, 5 stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are also participating in Nanowrimo, please let me know in the comments below what your goals are. And yes, as always, continue reading, continue writing, continue loving the process. This is Kay McCoy, and I will see you guys later. Bye.